The reason why you can't get further than your current state is because you can only go as far as your horizon will take you. With a growth mindset, you allow yourself to be able to see past that current landscape. If you want to know why our children are traveling the world at record numbers, it's because the internet shows them things that when we were their age, we could not see. We heard about things and we might have seen things in books, maybe caught it on TV if we were lucky. But the internet and the information age has opened up a whole new world for our children. So whereas traveling from the Midwest to the East or West Coast might have been a big thing for us, traveling across the world or seeing another country is a huge thing for them because it's something that they see as available. Catch what I'm saying? That's important for you when you talk about a growth mindset and your current success level. If you are working through all of the things that you've been told over the years, all of the things that were possible to you based off of the family you were born into, the friends that you got, the experiences that you had, that's the equivalent of only seeing what you see on TV or what you can read in a book or what you can see around you. Once you develop a growth mindset, it's like plugging into the internet for the first time. You have a search bar there that has unlimited possibilities. And it depends on what you type and what comes back that you begin to see things differently. So once you guys picked up the book, you were able to see or learn the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. And you started to cultivate that growth mindset. One important factor is what we're going to talk about in this session. And that factor is the supportive ecosystem. We need to have a area for our growth mindset to be cultivated in. You need to be able to be in an environment where that mindset is able to grow, it's able to flourish, it's able to do all of the things that we would like for it to do. A growth mindset needs to be cultivated like a garden. The things that you plant in your garden will grow over time. So, whatever thoughts that you have start off as seeds and they will grow over time, whether they be positive or negative. If you tell yourself you can't do something, it starts as a seed, but the more that you reinforce that day over day, your ability to be able to do the thing diminishes over time because the seed grows, and it's the seed that you planted in your garden. When you plant things in your garden, the results are exact. So whatever you plant in your mental garden is going to bring up exactly what you put in the ground. You can't hope for apples, but you planted a banana seed, right? You can't hope for grapes, but you planted a watermelon seed. What you put in the ground is exactly what's coming up. So what you put in your mind is exactly what's going to come up on the other side. It's up to you to choose what thoughts are being planted into that garden and how you're going to cultivate that gardening. And that's what the third point basically says. The seeds that you plant will dictate the crop that you will receive. In order for your new mindset to lead to a new attitude and a new life, you have to tend the soil for the mental garden. That means that you have to protect it from things that would eat the crop. And you have to nurture or feed the seed that is in the ground so that the crop can come up. One of the things that farmers do is they have an ecosystem to help them. They have a way to feed, they have a way to seed, they have a way to harvest the crop, they have a way to cultivate the crop once it's been harvested. Your mind needs to be the same way. You need an ecosystem to help the mindset that you're trying to have take root, flourish, and grow. The word ecosystem in this context is defined as a complex network or interconnected system. So you need a network of people who are like-minded and who are interconnected with you, not necessarily with your goal or vision, but has the same kind of growth mindset. So not someone who is going to tell you that what you're trying to do is impossible, but someone who, like you, looks at a situation and sees the possibilities for that situation. It is important that you cultivate thoughts that will strengthen your growth mindset. It is also important that you surround yourself with people who can challenge you to think outside of your comfort zone. So, adversity is a good thing. And I bring that up because I want you to find people who will challenge you not to abandon what you're trying to do, but find different ways to get done what you're trying to do. So they may push you outside of your comfort zone because they think differently than you. You might be thinking that you have to buy paid ads or do a certain thing in order to sell a product, good, or service that you have. And one of the people in your ecosystem might say, why don't you try using Facebook groups and friending people and talking to them and having engaging conversations with people who might be interested in what it is that you're doing. You might think to yourself, well, I'm not comfortable with that, but it could be the very thing that will help you to sell your good product or service. And it's different than how you would have gone about it. So it's important that you surround yourself with people who can challenge you to think differently than you do.